People are now able to go rekindle their love of music that they had when they were in their teens or in their 20s. And that's a good thing. There's a lot of peer pressure with the young people these days to become collectors. And we really have become collectors. We like to collect things. And we like to fall in love with what it is we collect. So whether it be songs, whether it be clothing, whether it be stamps, there is this feeling that we've become collectors. A lot has already been said here before, so I will skip through this. But the most important thing to remember too is that everybody out there is trying to compete for eyeballs. People are spending more and more time on the internet, less time watching TV. Broadband is getting more prevalent. Content is becoming something that everybody's talking about. There's choices now. When you go sit on your computer, what do? You check your email. How many people sent me the YouTube link to the Pavarotti and James Brown concert that happened and said, wow, isn't this fantastic? I mean, that could never happen before. So people are sending each other links saying, look what I found on YouTube, go look at this. There's 160 million things on YouTube. How am I ever going to go there and discover? There's less time on our hands. And may I be so basic as to say what we're all talking about here is trying to find a better quality of life. And that is a difficult thing to understand because there's such a pressure on our time from this new digital media that's happening, and it will continue because what we saw in the music industry is about to happen in other industries. The book industry is yet to come, the film industry is yet to come, people user-generated content. How will you decide when you go and spend time either on your computer or now that your computer will be hooked to your big screen TV? Will you still go to movies in the future? Can they make the movie-going experience a better one for us? I still think that there's a lot to be, we still have time. We still have time to talk to each other. I think what happened in the record industry is that people stopped talking to each other. Napster stopped talking to the major labels. People started getting sued. Customers started getting sued, and it caused an environment of mistrust. The Walmart effect was something that really killed the music industry in the US, where Walmart started selling CDs for less than the cost of the CD, for $6.99 or $7.99, to bring people into their shops, into their stores. And so there were a lot of factors that went into this music digital revolution. It's impossible to say what it really was. At the end of it, it was the way to get music directly to fans. I mean, that's a very simple concept. At AWOL, we worked with a band called the Arctic Monkeys. They didn't want to sign a record deal. They just wanted to build their digital persona. They just wanted to go and tour and build their fan base. And by the time they did get signed, which is 8 or 9 months after they only released 2 tracks, they were able to get a record deal to their liking, where they own their content and they can create all their creative freedoms. And that is the key. The key these days is, with all the music in your library, if I can say to you, if you like Jack Johnson, you may like this person that you've never heard of, and you absolutely fall in love with that artist, the company that can actually do that in a great format will win, because there's nothing better than discovering new music that you love. I think also in the future you'll see companies that are filters spring up. So, there's already companies like Last.fm or Pandora, or, what they do is they try and figure out what it is you like. And it's a customizable site. You go to Last.fm, you punch in some facts and figures, all the music you listen to, and then every day as you listen to more music, it figures out what you like. And you come back to it and say, here's another 10 tracks that we think you'd like. I have a lot of information in here that I will never get to today, so I just wanted to make sure that we get some time at the end. I don't know if you've had a chance to check out Juiced, which is the new company by the founders of Skype and Kazaa, and it's basically the way to create your own personalized TV. And I think they will do well because in the future, as people start collecting, you'll be able to customize your own TV network within your own home stereo, or your home computer, or your home widescreen TV. It'll take some time as more and more content becomes digitized. I thought you might want one of those. So there's a real race on right now to get, there's a fight for your eyeballs. I mean, look at all the things that we are dealing with in this day and age. We've got an MP3 player, we like to play games, we travel. While we travel, we want to listen to music. You know, podcasts, 180 million people listening to podcasts. You know, do we like to watch movies in a theater? Do we like to watch movies at home? Some of us have Blackberries, Crackberries, as they say. You know, where is the mobile phone going? It's such an open playing field right now with the mobile phone. It's a very exciting time when it comes to all this. So there's a big race on right now for your eyeballs. This is a little report that I found from the NPD group. So this is what we know for 2007, that households will become more digitally engaged. People will do more things together. I mean, I think as much as you can hate it or love it, things like the X Factor or Pop Idol, forgot its name. What they did is they got families together, and families are enjoying it. And so you'll see much more digitally engaged households. You'll see things, I think, where time is such a precious event now. If you can spend anything that can allow you to spend more time with your family with the excuse of digital entertainment, I think will happen, because with the internet, with the sped up world that we live in, with the ability to send emails to 1,000 people within seconds, time really becomes the most precious adventure. There'll be more portable players, and besides the iPod, there'll be a lot of other players will get introduced. Just in my little news box that I receive every day, you know, there's new players, there's iPod killers coming out, there's a lot of people sitting around round tables trying to figure out how to get more access to people and their personalized MP3 players. Because the internet is really not a community experience, as we know. It's really a one-to-one experience, even though there are communities on the internet. There'll be much faster, easier access. Broadband will be much more prevalent. There'll be more reasons to visit iTunes, because iTunes is currently the place where you can buy television shows and movies. And as Warren said, all these other companies have sprung up in the very recently. There's this really wonderful thing we love to hate, which is peer-to-peer environment. And that, you know, we could spend a whole day on that. What are we watching? So, this report just came out from Forrester Research. A lot of people are watching streaming video. A lot of people are reading blogs. I mean, blogs have become ever so prevalent. A lot of people using social networking sites. And as I know, from having the lucky seat of working with a company like iTunes, you know, what we see as the major competition are the people who are downloading for free. And I don't think it's ever something that will go away. You know, free is a very difficult thing to pass down. However, as we provide better and better services for consumers, we'll get them away from free. And really that is the key, is to provide a better customer user experience.